Alongside Brent Hubbs, I'm Austin Price for the VolQuest Stock Report on this Vanderbilt week. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Stock up for you this week, Brent.
Stock up for me is going to be Roman Harrison, the defensive end for Tennessee. Had 5 tackles against Georgia. He followed that up with 6 tackles against South Alabama. I thought his play recognition on Saturday night was the best that it has been. He didn't get caught inside on the bootleg. He had quarterback pressure. He tracked down the screen pass really well. He played down the line in the run game. I just thought it was his best night as of all. We'll see if he can build on that and continue to grow, but 11 tackles the last 2 weeks for him. Much more active and a much more solid player the last couple of weeks for Tennessee's defensive line.
I'm going to be really generous this week. It's
Uh-oh.
Thanksgiving. So I'm going to go stock ups all around. We'll start with Bayless Jones, who, is doing something that no one else in college football is doing with the amount of return yardage he's had as a kick returner, punt returner, and then a receiver
Don't
this year.
fair catch it, Bayless. Don't fair catch it.
Exactly. And then I'll go also stock up, that being the tight ends. Both Princeton Fant and Jacob Warren had a nice night. That was a good call by you and the 10 things I think last week. Jacob Warren just slowly becoming a really solid part of the offense. And then Fant, the best athlete of the tight end group, making a touchdown the other night against South Alabama. And then stock up Omari Thomas, who has been, much like Roman Harrison, coming on really, really solidly over the last several games. So Big O really starting to find his way at defensive tackle and playing well under Rodney Garner. Stock down for you.
Well, I guess I'm the only one doing a stock down, so I'm the Grinch on Thanksgiving, right? Is that how this works out?
Sure.
Yeah, okay, but appropriate for my personality, right? I'm going to go stock down this week. Just special teams awareness. Tennessee's given up 2 fake punts this year. The surprise onside kick to start the second half shouldn't have really been a surprise. Just a lack of awareness on those 2 plays. That's probably nitpicking a little bit, but I say that and point that out as a stock down for this reason. There's not a whole lot going on real well in the Vanderbilt athletics department these days, right? So this is the Super Bowl for not just the football program, but this is a Super Bowl for Vanderbilt athletics on Saturday. They're going to pull out every trick under the sun, whether that's a trick play on offense or it's fakes or it's something crazy onsides or whatever on special teams. Tennessee just needs to be more aware in this home finale against the desperate Vanderbilt team looking to make their entire year if they can knock off Tennessee.
Stock stagnant for me is going to be the young running backs. And Jalen Wright had a nice night the other night, over 80 yards, scored a touchdown. But he's kind of been hit and miss this year, especially with pass protection. He's not been very good there. And then Laneith Whitehead, he had, a couple of nice runs on the season, but, doesn't show great bursts. So it makes me wonder, is he a running back long term? So I'll just go stock stagnant young running back. Stock stagnant for you.
It's the murkiness of the bowl situation, and that's not a negative for Tennessee because I think Tennessee's in a great spot with multiple bowls because of the excitement of this Tennessee fan base. But you got a lot of wheeling and dealing going on. You got a lot of gnashing of the teeth going on. There are going to be some really intense SEC meetings with bowl representatives because how attractive is an Auburn team at 6 wins if they can finish 6-6? What if Florida beats Florida State and slips in at 6-6? How attractive are those 2 teams? A lot of wheeling and dealing going on. Tennessee's in a spot they could end up in Florida if some things go their way. I think Nashville feels like the furthest they would fall, but we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, just a lot of unknowns because you don't know how many's going to be in the playoff, New Year's 6, and there's going to be a lot of – you can't cut the deals you used to be able to cut, Austin, but there's going to be a lot of heated debates among the SEC folk on who's going to land where in that bowl pecking order.
Well, obviously Alabama and Georgia are way up here. But to tell you how mediocre the league is this year, if Florida and LSU win next weekend or this coming weekend, 13 of the 14 schools are bowl eligible. Vanderbilt being the only team that won't be going bowling. That tells you a lot of teams are 6-6. A lot. Is that like 6 teams that are 6-6? That's wild. He's Brent Hubbs.
Yeah.
I'm Austin Price for the Stock Report on this Vanderbilt week.